And if you're new to the channel, I travel full-time out of this Chevy Express 2014. It's got the 4.6 liter V6. And I'm on my property. If you look at my last video, you'll see that I had bought this land out here. This trailer is more or less my storage trailer. It's not used for business or anything. I've got it here on the property. And this is all my lots here. And this is my trailer here that I use for my workshop. Got a couple projects around here today I'm doing before I take off. And so that's what this video is going to be about. I've got to finish up. The back window on my van has been broken for a while, and a couple of little projects around here. If you haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe, and check out the rest of the series where I travel around and live full-time out of this Chevy Express van. And so what you got is I went to Home Depot. This is common board, and I didn't have to rip it the vertical way or the long way because you can see it actually lines up with this cargo rack on the motorcycle. Perfect. I mean, it's the exact same width. And you can see, I mean, it just lines up just flush and perfect. So that was pretty easy. And so I just had to cut it, the back off it. And so this is to put 2 of these food carriers so I have extra capacity on the motorcycle. I took the tail end of this that I cut off, mounted it under the seat. So I can put, like in the first one would be the heavy stuff. Cases of water, milk, things that are going to be heavy would be, you know, up here in the front. I mean, of course, the back is very strong too, but, you know, I've just got so much support here. This is right on the seat, and so definitely you can put your heavier stuff here in the front. Definitely give me more capacity, and so this was a good project to get done, and it didn't cost too much money to buy the board and the bolts and stuff and set this all up. And it just took me yesterday afternoon, so I'll finish up this project and that'll be that. It's the middle of April 2025. It's about, I don't know, the 19th today, I think. So I'm out here, you know, Roswell, New Mexico, doing some projects. This motorcycle tire's got to be changed. As you can see, it's pretty low. And so I bought a new tire. And the new one will hopefully be good for another, because it's a pure street tire I bought. It's a little wider too. It's a 130, 90-130. You can see it's right down. So this has got to be changed out. I'll swap it out. What's nice about the center stand on this motorcycle, on this DR650, is, you know, it's pretty easy. So I'm using jack stand to throw on, and I've got, as you can see, a Harbor Freight Fortress 175 PSI air compressor. If you don't have one for your van, you can see this pancake air compressor from Harbor Freight. Oh, it was $160 or something like that. I keep it right here in the back corner of my van. These tires I have on are actually light truck tires. These Firestone Transforce HT2s. And I have a good light truck tire on here because I do haul the motorcycle and occasionally tow stuff with the van. So the cold rating on these is 80 PSI. And you know how hard it is to find gas station air air that even works, let alone that can pump up. You know, when you're hauling the motorcycle and weight in your van, you want your tires at their maximum PSI cold rating. Get the chain off, the sprocket, and pull it out just like that. So not too difficult so far. There it goes. So what you're just doing is breaking it off the bead. You see, I worked my way around it. I got the tire off the bead now. So the wheel's loose. I'm gonna go around, break the other side off the bead, and then we use the pry bars and take it off the rim. Another one. There we go. There, just like that. Then you might be able to even just push it sometimes. See, like that. See. Tire mounted up. And this Dunlop D404. Good air compressor. That air compressor is priceless. Because you try doing these tires, anybody will tell you, with those little 12-volt pumps you get from AutoZone or something, it's a nightmare because you can't get enough air pressure and the thing. Brrr. Here, I've got 170 pounds, but I mean about 100 pounds of air. And you might have to loosen it up and take it out, the air out again, use some more soap and water. And you will get it to bead up. And that is sitting on the bead nice now. So it's all sitting in the bead and ready to mount it back up on the motorcycle. And that'll be a lot nicer also to ride on because that other tire, when they get bald in the middle, and that was a dual sport tire, when they get bald in the middle like that, and you got the rough edges, every time you lean the motorcycle, you hit the rumble strips on the side because it's just so worn out. This is going to corner nice, ride a lot better, and that's a project done. Hopefully I get 10,000 miles out of these. This is a pure street tire for cruising. Another project I've got working on here is replacing this back window. Of course, I've had it covered up, with the foil, but it's been broken for several months now, and so I've been thinking about replacing it. Do I replace it with glass? Because I don't really want glass there, because when I load the motorcycle up on here, the motorcycle can hit it and break it. And of course, glass also retains a lot of heat, transfers heat. And that's why I've covered my windows with that reflective. So what I did, I bought this, I went to Home Depot. This is 1/2 inch 4x4 sheet of plywood. I don't know, it was 35 or 40 bucks. And I've got some of this foam board. I bought this at Walmart. And I'm gonna put this on here like this and trace it and then transfer it onto here. You see, that's why you need the 4x4 sheet, because it's a pretty good sized back window. All right, so I took that foam board and traced it out over the back window, and I'm just kind of setting it up here, and then I'm gonna trace it off this piece of 1/2 inch plywood. I've got one of these I also picked up as a fine point marker, Milwaukee marker. So I'm gonna lay this actually down flat, and then with my new window. Now, like I say, I'm gonna put the reflective over it, so you won't see the wood, but this is gonna drastically reduce heat. You could have put a piece of glass here. I could have set it up so the motorcycle, the handlebar don't hit the glass and break it again. But the glass transfers so much heat that even covering it with reflective, you want to get rid of the windows in your van. I mean, I would say board them up with wood. So that wasn't too difficult to do. I've got enough wood to do another one. So if I wanted to, I'll probably just wait for it to break. But like I say, I use Loctite, a caulk gun, and Loctite to get it all caulked in there. And I'll get another roll of this stuff, cut it, and glue it with some adhesive glue over the window. Put a glue here and cover it with glue, and that'll be it. And then I'll get, look at that. See, that's a nice solid. That's not gonna break. You see, I screwed it. You can see the screws here. I screwed it all the way around. And so, you can see that this is a good solid glued in piece of 1/2 inch plywood. And then I'll get maybe some foam insulation and cut it and put it in here, and then put this over it like that for the interior again, and glue that back in, and that'll finish up this project. All right, so here's a look at the finished product. I replaced that back window, this passenger side, with that piece of 1/2 inch plywood, and then I glued with Gorilla Glue and some spray adhesive, a new layer of reflective over the back. So this drastically, I left the old layer here on the driver's side, but put a new layer over that. And that is drastically gonna reduce heat into the vehicle. And that's a real nice, solid repair. I'm happy with that. I think it's all right. I've got the Dasher app on. It's not going to start receiving orders till I get in the zone. Out here, I'm just outside the DoorDash zone of Roswell, so. So we'll do some door dashing this week, get some gas money and finish up repairs on the van is the plan. Station the stripes and see if I can get something out of Burrito Express, which is across the street. Right here, that's the Burrito Express, which is pretty busy in the morning. So we'll just go park over here. I've had a few people ask me how my air conditioner is mounted, so let me show you, because this was a project I worked on. I didn't film it, but as you can see, I've recaulked it, and I tested it out and made sure it's all going to work for this summer. It's an 8,000 BTU LG inverter window AC, and how I have that mounted in here is as you can see, cut a hole in the back of the van. And if we open it up all the way so you can get a good look at it, you can see I took angle iron, a pretty good heavy angle iron, there you can see across the bottom, and bolted it. Don't use self-tapping screws, they're not strong enough to hold it. So I've got actual nut and bolt, and then I've got one at the bottom, and I've got one at the top that go across the door. So you can see the angle iron here goes across the door. And then I've got some threaded steel rod, which runs from the top to the bottom, and I just kind of, tighten them down a little bit just to snug the angle iron up, on the window. I mean, that thing is really bolted in there. And then I sealed with great stuff some of the vents right here on the AC, so air doesn't blow through the AC into the van. And that seals that up. And so that is a look at the LG dual inverter. Is what it is. LG dual inverter, 8,000 BTU, which runs off the Predator 3500. And so it's soft start. And I've used this for 3, maybe 4 years now. This window, the same window AC. So I know this, I could cover this up with some material, which I will do. This back of the door is kind of hidden in the van though. You don't really see it, so it hasn't really been too much. So that's that is a look at the air conditioner. And so thanks for watching the channel. If you haven't, if you want to see some of the van travel that I do, that I vlog, and see some of the van builds I do and things, hit the thumbs up button and hit subscribe and the bell notification. You'll get notified when I upload a new video. I've been able to get a lot of stuff done out here. A lot of projects on the van. Of course, my truck, you can see I've now moved the truck and I hooked it to the trailer. So, like I say, my DOT number's inactive right now. I'm not using it for business, so I'm not using it really for anything. But if I did, I would probably just register it for personal use and not commercially haul. Maybe I'll talk about that in another video. There's nothing stopping me other than the fact that I just don't want to do it. All the stuff that goes along with a trucking business, I did it before. I stopped doing it about 5 months ago and got rid of the other truck. I've just got this truck now, and so I just hooked it to the trailer and run the engine in it and get it all nice and hot and warmed up and things like that. So that's pretty much just a look at that. Not really doing anything with the truck now unless I need to move another trailer or something like that. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and I was able to get a lot done. I'm excited to get back on the road. It's been about 2-3 weeks out here in Roswell, and you know, I've been able to DoorDash. So, you know, before when I used to come out here, you know, if you start doing projects, they start costing you money, and it's like I found myself like, oh my goodness, I've got to get out of here because you know, I got to go make a living. And so the fact that I can just make a living here now without getting formally hired and being able to just go out and do DoorDash and make $50 or $100 for the day or something to go out for a few hours is, you know, is great, because it's like, you know, I got that gas money, that extra money now. I'm not leaving here like I got to get over here or to a bigger city, you know, to make more money or something. Or, oh my gosh, I got to get back to Los Angeles in 1,000 miles, you know. So anyway, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll get another video up. It probably won't be here in Roswell though. I have a few plans of where I'm going to be. It's still kind of cold in the north. I think Denver is out of the question for now, although it is warming up, but that may be something, you know, later, like August, you know, might go to like Denver or something like that. Okay, thanks for watching.